Charles Wesley's decision not to accept the inheritance from his distant kinsman, Garrett Wesley in Ireland, was a major life choice, not only because it meant that he was turning down an opportunity to inherit a lot of money, and he came from what was near poverty, but also because by choosing to go on to Oxford, it meant that he would be required to enter the clergy of the Church of England. So it was really a vocational decision as well as an economic one. And it was, in that sense, a decision of profound faith, because he was trusting the Lord for basically the rest of his life with this one choice as a late adolescent. This hymn is an unusual one, and it speaks of that kind of profound trust in a lot of ways, even for the food that would be upon his table. As a sideline, we heard in an earlier part of the readings about one of his teachers who taught him to, or allowed him to, write verse in unusual meters. And this is one of those. And it fits German music of the time. You can hear in it the influence of the chorales that Johann Sebastian Bach was writing. It also, in that sense, echoes the influence of the Moravians that he and his brother would later encounter in the Carolinas. Oh, and in London, too. And their influence on their theology and their trust and sense of trust and faith, as well as in their use of song as part of worship. So this song is called Thankful for Our Every Blessing. Thankful for our every blessing, let us sing, Christ the spring, never ever ceasing. Source of all our gifts and graces, Christ alone, Christ we own, Christ alone calls for all our praises. He dispels our sin and sadness, life imparts, cheers our hearts, fills with food and gladness, who himself for all hath given. Us he feeds, us he leads to a feast in heaven.